Are you someone who just looks at a team and cheers them on when they win? Or are you committed to the team, wherever that might be, no matter if they win or lose? This tidbit of the day is going to talk about why it's important to be committed to your team and to embrace everything and find the good in everything. I've never been a person who lets go of my team. I am still solidly behind my BC Eagles from high school and my Northeastern Huskies from college. And I'm 100% behind the Patriots, the New England Patriots, and everything that they do. This is just who I've been. I just listened to a video about happiness and finding ways when things get down to really focus on finding ways to be grateful, finding things that are joyful. It doesn't mean that you ignore the awfulness out there, but if you can find one positive thing in whatever is going on, it can help you move past where you are instead of just kind of taking you into a rabbit hole of despair. This came to me today because the Patriots just won their 8th in a row last night, and they seem to be back on top of the exciting world of football. And if you know me, I love my New England Patriots. Like I said earlier, I stick with them. I listened to I met someone one time. I went in last year when they were not doing so well. I went into Trader Joe's and had my Patriots gear on because it was Sunday and they were playing. And someone said to me, some random dude said to me, "You're still cheering for them?" Now, the Patriots have been amazing for the last 25 years, give or take a few years. They had 2 off years that they weren't in the playoffs, that they kind of tanked, that they really were looking like they lost their mojo. Happened to be after Tom Brady left. I would admit, when Tom Brady left, I was very disappointed in him. I couldn't believe he wasn't going to retire as a Patriot because he had been here for 20 years. And then over time, I kind of looked at the whole picture and realized he was doing what he needed to do. And he was progressing where he was. And we had to get our mojo back. We had to get our vibe back. And the Patriots had to make some changes. And that's exactly what happened. The last 5 years have been transitional for the Patriots. I never lost hope on that. And I always saw hey, I like watching football, and it is really enjoyable whether they win or lose. It's fun, it's exciting, you get into the game. That is a point of life. When you embrace what is happening, you might not win all the time. Life is not going to be fun and happy all the time. But if you can flip the switch and say, I'm excited to be a part of this. I'm really grateful that this sun is shining in my eyes today, even though it's very chilly out. It's actually not too bad out here. It's warmer than I thought it was going to be. See, you just got to flip the script. You could wallow in the fact that it's freezing cold, or it's winter and that sun is shining crazy in my eyes right now. Or you can say, thank goodness that sun is amazing and it's warming my car, and it is we're experiencing the start of leading into winter, and it's a nice slow progression there. It's all on how you look at it. And when you can look at each situation and find just a little sliver of good in it, it can make you feel a whole lot better, and it can stop you from getting depressed. You can stop worrying about, is the world going to fall down? Are the Democrats going to solve the chaos that's going on in the White House right now? Are the Republicans going to tank it? This is my opinion, and you might have the complete opposite opinion of me, and that's okay. Or we can look and say, hey, the world's still spinning. There is still hope for both sides. There is still beauty in this world. Doesn't matter if the East Wing is gone or the Rose Garden is gone. Those are just things. We can look at, how are we progressing as a society? How are we making progress, and as a team, as a country, as the world? Because really, we are all part of the same team. Not just the New England Patriots. We are part of the team. We are working together to make this world a better place for those who come after us, to preserve our planet, to make sure these trees that are out here live another day to give us oxygen, and to remember that there is still light and love in this world. I don't know what's going to happen with the Patriots. I think it's really exciting right now. I feel like it's going to be, it feels like it did the very first time that they were winning. And that brings back a really cool enthusiasm. And I'm very grateful that I never chose to disrespect them and call them awful. They were what they were. They were going through a phase, and that happens to all of us. We all go through phases, and we just have to take each step as we go, whether that be in your health and wellness and how you move. If you're struggling with not feeling good in your body and really not feeling like you're yourself, find one thing that makes you feel real, and keep moving forward from that. I didn't always have this attitude. I mean, I've always been relatively optimistic. I've always looked to God to, make things better. But I had my times, after my miscarriage, I was not doing well. I could barely breathe for a good almost year. And then I started to see I was able to conceive. He changed. It brought my husband and I closer. The bad things that happen are not, they taught me something. And it takes a lot of work sometimes. I've been noticing I've been on a better positive trend. Like inside, I don't feel as ragey. Now, maybe that's hormones. I definitely went through some rage that was like unexplainable, and like you could feel it inside you when I went through, from perimenopause to menopause, that whole process, like, woof. But that rage is gone. And that depression that I did go and talk with someone about is gone. I didn't use medication. I think it can be helpful for people when they need it. But I started to practice gratitude. I'm not solid on it. I don't write it down all the time. I try to. Life gets lifing. But every day I wake up, and this is my current practice. I wake up in the morning and I say, thank you, God. I'm so thankful for a great night's sleep, for my 2 cats sleeping next to me, for this sunshine, for those little things in life that make me smile. And so I hope that this, gives you a perspective that you look at, when you wake up in the morning and you first give thanks to God, to the universe, to your family. Just find something that is positive and carry that with you into the day, and see if that just flips the switch. Despite all the stuff going on in the world, I actually feel pretty joyful these days. And despite the fact that my parents are aging and they require a lot of work, and yeah, sometimes I get very not sure what I'm going to do next and how am I going to handle it all. But generally inside feel very grateful for the fact that I've had my parents for 58 years, for the fact that they are relatively doing well. And I can look at that positive that's out there and enjoy that process. And that helps me to get through, and maybe it'll help you. If so, great. And if not, it's okay. Find the next thing. There's another thing out there for you to find your peace, your love, your joy, your hope. We need to have something to hope for, and we need to have someone to love, someone to hope for, and to find that bit of happiness in our lives. And we can do that, the world will keep spinning, and maybe the Patriots will be in the Super Bowl again. Sorry to all you haters who aren't loving on the Patriots, but let's go Pats. This was the tidbit of the day. Please, if you like it, hit subscribe, share this with someone who might need to hear something, who might need to hear it, and who may benefit from just reminding themselves that there's always something to be grateful for, and to never give up on your team, whether that's your team of family, your team at work, or the entire world. Don't give up. Just keep rooting for your team and keep being an active participant with your team. Have a great day. I will see you next time.